One Radio Network. The annual league meeting concluded in Arizona Tuesday with some new rules in place, including one that will allow your favorite football hero to now wear the number 0. The league approved a proposal to allow all positions but offensive and defensive linemen to wear jersey number 0. Jaguars wide receiver Calvin Ridley is the first player to announce he's making that number switch. But the league did not approve a proposal that would have made roughing the passer a reviewable penalty. Also at the league meeting, Odell Beckham Jr., the free agent receiver who missed all of last season with a knee injury, reportedly had plans to meet with teams in Arizona. OBJ's former head coach in LA, Sean McVay, wouldn't rule out a Rams reunion, saying he loves Odell and the team is monitoring the situation. McVay also says quarterback Matthew Stafford is fully healthy and ready for the season after missing the final 7 games of 2022 with a spinal contusion. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
When people have a craving to explore new and traditional Asian cuisines, they head to P.F. Chang's, where scratch-made dishes come from the 2,000-year-old tradition of wok cooking. P.F. Chang's wanted to explore new possibilities for their website. They turned to AmericanEagle.com. AmericanEagle.com re-architected P.F. Chang's website, integrating multiple third-party systems to create a unified digital experience. The results? Improved page speed and performance, personalized content based on users' location, intuitive online ordering, an increase in organic search visibility, and a 40% increase in new users. For scratch-made Asian cuisine, visit your local P.F. Chang's or go to pfchangs.com for website design, development, digital marketing, and hosting that produce efficiency, revenue, and results. Visit AmericanEagle.com. P.F. Chang's and AmericanEagle.com. Another example of the best businesses in the world, turning to the best in the business for websites. Go to AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW1. That's 877-WEB-NOW1.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. It's a Wednesday, March 29th, 2023. And Jane, you mentioned it is Vietnam Veterans Day.
Right.
Okay. No, it is not an official holiday. It's, a day that we celebrate Vietnam veterans.
Yeah, that's why I had never heard before, but I thought, well, that's a good thing.
Yes, well, Vietnam veterans and those like me who are Vietnam-era veterans, served during the Vietnam War, but never made it to Vietnam, for which I am eternally grateful to my younger brother. A day to celebrate because, well, nobody celebrated when we were in uniform, did they?
No, they didn't.
No.
So, well, we all learned something today.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay. So, let's see. Today is a Wednesday, right there in the middle of the week.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
Yes. And there's lots and lots of things going on this week, this weekend, next week, into the Easter weekend. And, anymore, I have no idea when what is now spring break happens. Some schools have already had it. Some have not. I don't know.
Yeah, all day long, all week long, all month long.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And, sometimes you have kids that maybe are in a high school district and others that are in an elementary district, and the holidays don't coincide.
Yeah, then that makes it tough.
Yes.
Tough.
So has Valor had a spring break yet?
He has.
Okay.
He
and
has.
Did he go to Cabo?
He did not. No,
okay.
He opted out. I guess he gave it some thought, talked about it, flipped the coin, and that was that.
Yeah, and probably in the process, put together a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't need any money. I'll just go on Facebook and beg.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And you mentioned there's a new addition to the family?
Yeah, her name is Blondie. Yeah.
Okay.
A search and rescue dog that Valor's dad has now in charge and responsible for.
Well, they take care of each other.
Yes, they do.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it sometime meeting Blondie.
Yeah, Dad Wood said it's okay.
Okie dokie. You ready for birthdays?
Ready.
Let me find the birthdays here. Comedian Eric Idle is 80. And let's see. Singer Bobby Kimball of Toto, 76. Actor Bud Cort, 75. Actor Brendan Gleeson is 68. He was in the Harry Potter movies. Actor Marina Sirtis is 68. Actor Christopher Lambert, 66. Comedian Amy Sedaris, 62. Model Elle McPherson is 60. Actor Annabella Sciorra is 59. Singer, harmonica player John Popper of Blues Traveler is 56. Have you ever listened to some of their music, Blues Traveler?
I have a couple of times. Not bad.
Very enjoyable. Actor Xena, Warrior Princess, that would be Lucy Lawless, is 55. And actor Megan Hilty, 42. Local birthdays, we've got them just ahead.
You shouldn't have to worry about rising prices and supply chain issues when you're grocery shopping for your family. Visit your neighborhood grocery outlet, and you'll find all the ingredients to cook a complete, healthy meal. We have fresh meat, produce, and sides, all at savings of up to 40 to 70% versus traditional grocery stores. So stop by your local grocery outlet today and enjoy a one-stop shopping experience, all within your budget. Full plate, full wallet. You can't lose.
Grocery Outlet Bargain Market.
We have very happy birthday wishes going out today to Christina Estrada, Ana Flores, Marco Perez, Arlene Ponce, Robert Platero, Awilda Sanchez, Talia Risen, Tim Stillman, Joey Gutierrez, Victoria Valencia, John Armas, Ronnie Golden, Johnny Keating, Sergio Avila, Mary Hickey, and Dad Joseph Guerrero and son Jacob Guerrero. Happy birthday from KXO. And many happy returns. And let's see, what's going on in the world? Well, lots of things. Well, let's see. This week in 1972, Wilt Chamberlain retired from professional basketball. Wilt the Stilt. Yeah. He retired from scoring in the NBA, but didn't retire from scoring in the rest of his life. And let's see. There's a new version of Angry Birds. It's been released. And what we hear from Gabe Lemus is the game is so advanced and so sophisticated, it will enable you to waste twice as much time while you're at work. Okie dokie.
There you go, Gabe.
Yes. So are we ready for news?
We're ready. We have news coming up.
We do. It's a look at World in California news headlines right now, brought to you by your friends in the business, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News Brief. The FDA has just moved to make the prescription opioid overdose drug Narcan more widely available. Correspondent Cammie McCormick.
This marks the first time an over-the-counter drug has been approved as an overdose antidote. Naloxone will be available now without a prescription at drugstores, even convenience and grocery stores as an opioid treatment by late summer.
Starbucks former CEO Howard Schultz is facing lawmakers on Capitol Hill this hour to defend claims the company tries to prevent baristas from unionizing. Senator Bernie Sanders.
Starbucks has waged the most aggressive and illegal union-busting campaign in the modern history of our country.
Lawmakers in North Carolina have just gotten rid of the state's requirement for permits before pistol purchases. Comes days after 3 staffers and 3 students were shot to death at a Christian school in neighboring Tennessee. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news, deadly crash in Long Beach following a police pursuit. What started as a traffic stop, escalating when the woman pulled over, swapped seats with her male passenger, and he sped off, crashing into several other vehicles.
A traffic collision occurred with the suspect vehicle and 8 other vehicles. After the traffic collision, the suspect exited the vehicle and fled on foot.
Julia Clasby with Long Beach Police saying officers eventually tased and apprehended the suspect. 9 people hospitalized. 1 person in one of the vehicles hit was killed. More rain hitting Northern California Tuesday, flooding property like John Seward's in Half Moon Bay. Not the first time it's happened.
This year, maybe 4 times. It's flooded in the backyard, too. There's 4 inches of water in the back. It's not fun. It's not fun. You have to keep everything in your garage up on blocks.
Powerful wind gusts leading to more power outages. Governor Newsom signing that bill that would punish oil companies for gas price increases. Gas prices stalling at $4.82 a gallon statewide. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. For repair, for replacement, call the experts, Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
I'm here with Dr. Sona Agarwal with the California Department of Public Health. How can you protect yourself and loved ones from COVID-19?
By staying home when you're sick, masking, and frequent hand washing. These common sense prevention methods are the best way to prevent the spread of germs. And if you haven't already, get vaccinated and boosted.
Where can I go for more information about treatments?
Visit covid19.ca.gov/treatments or call 833-422-4255.
And it's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the Valley. Quick Lane. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
The Imperial County Public Health Department, El Centro Regional Medical Center, and Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District released an update on the base hospital designation in the Valley. A base hospital is responsible for providing online medical direction to advance life support care within the local emergency medical service system. In December of last year, El Centro Regional Medical Center stated that they did not wish to continue as a base station since there have been discussions between the hospitals and the county health department. In January of this year, Pioneer said they were interested in housing the base hospital for the county. Since then, both the hospitals and the county have been working to provide a smooth transition. That transition is expected to be completed by the end of June of this year. In other local news this morning, burglary suspect is charged. Eli Moreno-Drew filed this story.
Burglary suspect charged. Charges have been filed against a man said to be involved in a string of vehicle burglaries in Imperial. After months of investigation, charges have been filed against Thomas Flores, 19, from Imperial. Police filed a total of 19 charges against the suspect, ranging from grand theft, conspiracy to commit a crime, and tampering with a motor vehicle. The burglaries were reported between October 19th, 2022 and November 3rd, 2022. The thefts occurred in the Paseo del Sol, Sunset Ranch, and Victoria Homes subdivisions. According to the Imperial Police, Detective Reyes was able to identify the suspect with assistance from victims and neighbors and surveillance videos that linked the suspect to all of the crimes. Reyes is currently in Imperial County Jail on an unrelated weapons offense.
KXO News Time coming up to 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve.
A Yuma apartment was heavily damaged in an early morning fire. Yuma Fire Department responded to the apartment in the 1900 block of South 1st Street shortly before 1 a.m. Tuesday. On arrival, firefighters located a fire in the bathroom of one of the apartments. The blaze was quickly extinguished and was confined to the unit where it started. The occupant of the apartment was not home at the time of the fire. The American Red Cross responded and provided assistance to the apartment occupant and occupants of the neighboring apartment. The fire apparently started in a bag of soiled cloths and had been saturated by cooking grease. And finally, the California Highway Patrol will honor 2 people who saved lives. Eli Moreno-Drew has more on this story.
Life-saving award. The California Highway Patrol will honor 2 people who saved the life of a victim involved in a traffic accident. Elizabeth Ramirez and Hector Raul Macedo, both from Brawley, will be recognized for their heroic acts. On October 8th, 2022, Calipatria resident Catherine Dunn was involved in a traffic accident on State Route 111 north of Rutherford Road, and Dunn's vehicle overturned and came to rest on its roof, partially submerged in the New River. Ramirez and Macedo witnessed the crash and acted immediately, rendering the life-saving aid to Dunn. As a result of the heroic actions, Ramirez and Macedo will be presented with a life-saving medical aid award at the El Centro area CHP office. The ceremony will be held to Thursday, March 30th, 2023 at 10 a.m. CHP El Centro Captain Chipwash said the amount of bravery it took to risk their lives for the well-being of Miss Dunn is exemplary.
And that concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations in the Valley, at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and at the Imperial Valley Mall.
It's tax season, and Barone Enterprises Services is here to help you get things done right. They'll make sure your income taxes are done properly with top quality, courteous, professional service. And employers, did you know there's some tax rebates you might not have heard about that'll save you money? Barone's has decades of experience with setting up corporations or partnerships and assisting businesses with QuickBooks and bookkeeping solutions. To set up an appointment, call Barone Enterprises Services or stop by their office at 404 East 2nd Street in Calexico. Barone Enterprises Services.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, served by K Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out their daily lunch specials, and they have 50 different varieties of sushi rolls.
Continuing with more local news, another special IID board meeting. Here's more on that story.
Another special IID board meeting. The Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors will hold a special meeting on Wednesday, today, March 29th. The meeting will be held at the Hopeville Civic Center at 1:30 p.m. Call to order. According to the agenda, this will be a governance workshop conducted by Leading Resources, Inc. The IID had retained Leading Resources to help develop a governance process. Phase 1 of LRI's assessment will be presented to the board at the meeting.
Today is Vietnam Veterans Day. The Vietnam and global veterans of foreign wars will be providing a ceremony. It will begin at 10 a.m. at Buckley Park in El Centro. The keynote speaker will be El Centro Mayor Martha Singh, a daughter of a Vietnam vet. The honor guard will perform a 21-gun salute. Taps will be played for the fallen brothers and sisters. All veterans from all military services are asked to wear their military colors to the ceremony. IVC board has a special meeting coming up today. Here's more on that story.
IVC board special meeting. The Imperial Valley College Board of Trustees will hold a special meeting on Wednesday, today, March 29th. The special meeting will be a retreat study session according to the agenda. The board is expecting to receive a campus safety update from Edgar Quinones, Risk Safety and Security Manager. A council center update will be provided by Alexis Villa, Dean of Student Services and Special Projects, Efren Silva, Dean of Economic and Workforce Development, and Victor Torres, Associate Dean of Workforce Development and Non-Traditional Instruction, will update the board on the lithium project or lithium program development. The board will also review the prior year's goals. The meeting convenes at 6 p.m. on the campus of IVC.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, serving you fresh and delicious Japanese food. Also giving you great customer service and a menu full of items for everyone's appetite. Check out their unique Estates sushi rolls, one for each of our 50 states. And come join them with their famous sake bomb, a thrilling event with James Chingan. Make a group reservation at their cozy patio or cater at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, 416 South J Street in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4440. Visit them at KSushiBarandGrill.com.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, warm, mostly sunny weather is once again expected today. As a low-pressure system dives into the southwest, gusty winds are expected this afternoon and evening across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. Warmer temperatures quickly return this weekend, with the highs into the lower 80s expected. 79 the high yesterday, 57 the overnight low. Today will be sunny with a high near 79. West wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, becoming southwest 15 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 50. West wind 25 to 30 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 40 miles an hour. Those winds decreasing to 15 to 20 miles an hour after midnight. Thursday, sunny with a high near 67. West-northwest wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, becoming west-southwest 20 to 25 miles an hour in the afternoon, with gusts as high as 40 miles an hour. 63 degrees, 25% relative humidity, wind out of the west-southwest 5 miles an hour, gusting up to 15 miles an hour. Local news, page 2, served by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. The dinner menu features 16 different entrees. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, just off Highway 86 in Imperial. Have you visited the Peanut Patch in Yuma? Why not? Go ahead. Visit the Peanut Patch in Yuma. You're going to find so many great things available for you. The Peanut Patch, open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. You will find homemade chocolates, all sorts of varieties, made from scratch just for you. The Peanut Patch. You want to get there? Well, Google thepeanutpatch.com. You'll get directions. And, by the way, the Peanut Patch does offer tours on Tuesdays and Fridays. Go ahead, tour the Peanut Patch. You're going to love it. Don't forget, Easter is just around the corner, and you will love the variety of candies, chocolates, and goodies at the Peanut Patch, perfect for an Easter basket. It's the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Donna and Pat say, come on by the Peanut Patch. in Yuma. It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action. Well, it was the Hawks hammering the Cavaliers, 120-118. Raptors beat the Heat, 106-92. Grizzlies topped the Magic, 113-108. Hornets over the Thunder, 137-134. And the Warriors whipped the Pelicans, 120-109. Meanwhile, Dwayne Wade, Dirk Nowitzki, and Coach Greg Popovich are among the finalists being elected into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2023. International stars Pau Gasol and Tony Parker and WNBA legend Becky Hammon also have been voted into the 2023 class, according to sources.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And NFL owners opted not to vote on a rule that would allow games to be flexed into a Thursday night kickoff. They did agree yesterday to modify the existing rule and allow teams to play a maximum of 2 short week games. That means that while some teams could play 2 Thursday night games, others would not have any. Back-to-back Thursday night games, such as a Thanksgiving game followed by a Thursday night game the next week, would only count as 1 short week game, so some teams could wind up playing 3 times on a Thursday. It's all about the money. And speaking of the money, 2 groups have submitted bids to buy the Washington Commanders. The bid's $6 billion. NCAA men's basketball Final Four Saturday, the Aztecs and the Florida Atlantic Owls at noon, followed by the Miami Hurricanes and University of Connecticut Huskies, the UConn Huskies. And then the championship game Monday, right here on AM 1230. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. So, U.S. financial regulators are set to appear on Capitol Hill for a second day today, testifying before the House Financial Services Committee to discuss the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. Lawmakers are beginning to investigate what led to the second and third largest bank collapses in U.S. history and how to prevent something similar from happening again. Stocks were higher ahead of those hearings. Meanwhile, is corporate greed jacking prices higher? Well, inflation is ravaging shoppers' wallets, and the Federal Reserve has responded by instituting a regimen of painful interest rate hikes that could land the economy in a recession, but corporate profits are surging. U.S. profit margins have reached record levels not seen since the immediate aftermath of World War II. How did that happen? Well, one of the theories is companies are using high inflation rates as an excuse to price gouge their customers while they bring in those record profit margins. The Dow up 170 points right now. The S&P 500 up 33. The NASDAQ up 116 points. Gold off $2.40 an ounce. Oil up 44 cents a barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Hile in El Centro.
We will have sunny skies today with a west wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, becoming southwest 15 to 20 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 35 miles an hour. Temperatures will reach 79 degrees. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 50. West winds 25 to 30 miles an hour, gusting as high as 40 miles an hour. Those winds decreasing to 15 to 20 miles an hour after midnight. Thursday, sunny with a high near 67. Winds are going to continue west-northwest 15 to 20 miles an hour, becoming west-southwest 20 to 25 miles an hour in the afternoon, with gusts as high as 40 miles an hour. 63 degrees, 24% relative humidity, winds out of the west-southwest 5 to 15. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal, 4th and Hile, El Centro.
Attention pilots. Imperial Valley Flight Training will be conducting an 8-week ground training regimen conducted by certified flying instructor Wally Hale in preparation for the FAA knowledge test. The course begins April 4th with 2 meetings per week and is open to student pilots, all aviation enthusiasts, and rusty pilots looking for a refresher on navigation, weather, performance, and more. Cost is $495 due on registration. Includes all study materials and instruction. Registration deadline is April 4th. For more information, call Wally Hale, 760-427-8771.
KXO, El Centro, California.
This is CBS News on the Hour.com. I'm Steve Kathan. There's a vigil today in Nashville for the 3 children and 3 adults shot and killed at their school Monday. One victim, Mike Hill, was a custodian at the school for more than a decade. Pastor Jim Bachman says he won't be forgotten.
Everybody loved Mike. Mike knew the kids in the school, knew their names, and took a very personal interest in them.
CBS's David Begnaud on the investigation.
The suspect, Audrey Hale, identified by that name by police, legally bought 7 firearms over the last few years at 5 different stores. Now, Hale's parents found 1 gun, they say, and forced her to sell it, but they claim they didn't know about the other weapons. 3 of those guns were used in the Monday morning massacre, including 2 assault-style weapons.
North Carolina legislators have repealed that state's requirement of a permit from a local sheriff before buying a pistol. Critics said it was unnecessary because of updates to the national background system. Starbucks founder Howard Schultz is on Capitol Hill as a Senate panel investigates unionization efforts that have failed or run into roadblocks at some stores.
Were you ever informed of or involved in a decision to fire a worker who was part of a union organizing drive?
I was not.
Were you informed of or involved in the decision to withhold benefits from Starbucks workers in unionized stores?
It was my understanding that we could not provide those benefits under the law.
New Hampshire's highest court has just turned down Pamela Smart's bid to reduce her life sentence. She plotted with her teenage lover to have her husband killed in 1990. The FDA has given approval for Narcan to be sold over the counter. That's the brand name for the overdose antidote. Up to now, states have allowed over-the-counter sales in pharmacies, but as CBS's Cammie McCormick tells us, this will widely expand availability.
This marks the first time an over-the-counter drug has been approved as an overdose antidote. Naloxone will be available now without a prescription at drugstores, even convenience and grocery stores as an opioid treatment by late summer.
The Vatican says Pope Francis has gone to a hospital in Rome for planned medical tests. Another powerful storm system packing rain and snow is hitting California and heading east. CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson on the immediate impact.
Probably about an inch of rain falling in much of Southern California, with the potential for maybe 2, 3, 4 inches in isolated parts of foothills and the mountains as well.
And checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 154 points. The S&P is up 32. This is CBS News.
Hire with minimal effort and maximum success with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credits.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
3 little words no parent wants to hear.
My tummy hurts.
And it always seems to happen at the worst times. Like in the middle of the morning rush, when you still have homework to check and lunches to pack, and of course, you're already late for work. Luckily, there's Pepto Kids. Pepto Kids chewables provide fast relief for common stomach issues, turning those 3 words into these 3 words.
I feel better.
Bad time for stomach upsets? Good time for Pepto Kids chewables. Fast relief for little tummies. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
What's old is new again, and perhaps delicious.
The woolly mammoth meatball, just unveiled at a science museum in Amsterdam, is made from lab-grown cultured meat using the genetic sequence from the animal that went extinct 10,000 years ago. Vow's Tim Noakesmith says that's part of the point.
What we wanted to do was see if we could create something that was a symbol of a more exciting future that's not only better for us, but also better for the planet.
Scientists believe meat production accounts for nearly 60% of all greenhouse gases. The company says the meatball's not ready for consumption, and no one's tasted it yet, but it smells like crocodile. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Perhaps not so good to eat, a packaged dish that has milk in it, but doesn't say so on the label. Hy-Vee hamburger pasta skillet meals are sold in stores in 8 Midwestern states. The product could be dangerous to those with milk allergies. Steve Kafin, CBS News.
You've got Carroll Buckley with the best oldies on the radio.
Hey, people look alive. Let's go. Come on, get up. Let's move it. Rise and shine, y'all.